What's up, Buck fans? Real Bucks Talk back with another video. Today we're going to go over Bucks defense versus Raiders offense. Bucks win 45-20 if you didn't know. But let's see how special of a defense they really do have. These young safeties, keep an eye on these guys. This is pretty much the future of Tampa Bay in the secondary. Mike Edwards planting his foot down, making a play on the ball, tips it in the air. Winfield ends up coming up with his first interception of his career. Plus, what'd you like?
Recognition right away just stood out. Like, these guys are watching tape. Like, they're understanding route concepts. You see Mike Edwards here, who's really playing very well. This is why he's getting more playing time. But you just see that recognition right there, anticipation, understanding where the zones are, where the holes are in the defense. So he just takes that away quickly, and a great play by Mr. Winfield, who does a good job of catching and securing this one. Gets his first pick of his NFL career.
Biggest day of them all, Mr. Devin White. So this is a weird sack. I didn't think it was a sack during the game, but his closing speed is ridiculous. Look at that pocket. Good Lord. Derek Carr tries to run for his life, and then Devin White, fastest linebacker in the league, with the best grip strength in the world, Hulk strength, over here, grabs him one-handed and brings him down. I mean,
that's insane. Like, his grip strength is just ridiculous. And I think that's where the horse riding comes in, because man, he's got strong hands and just doing work. Here he gets a gift for a sack. The guy gets stepped on, the running back, and he just runs right by him. And that's easy.
But also check out William Golson on this play. So yeah, Devin White gets the sack, but watch him kind of causing the pressure inside here. Almost gets to Derek Carr if Devin White didn't. Because, yeah, he has to step up somewhere. If he would have stepped up, he done. And then watch Golson's reaction after the play. Freaking psycho over here. But
he was upset. He was very upset. He wanted that sack. But, yeah, it.
So, like, the game film, when you saw it live, you didn't really see how far he went. Like, look where he's at. Look where he has to run to get to Derek Carr to beat him to this line. He just destroys him too. So it's funny to see, but look at the speed. That's like a wide receiver out there and then destroys Derek Carr. I don't know how the hell he survived, but he did. So again, from a different angle, it just looks savage. Like, boom, you're done. Almost kills Gruden's legs too.
Yeah, that's like 30 yards right there. He's covering, east to west. Big hit. Tough guy.
But we keep going. Devin White in the running game as well. Earlier on in his career, he probably would have kept running with the flow. He actually stops, reads his blocks, reads where the actual offensive line is trying to block for, stays in his gap. Hold this hole right here. He's not playing it like a running back. He's playing his assignment. Because look at Levante David here in his gap. So gap sound football, you got to love it. Devin White doing your job. What'd you like?
Like you said, he's playing more assignment sound, and this is really good patience by him. And I think that's something that he's definitely learned from last year to this year. It's just being patient with your gap, staying inside, and doing your job. And he's doing it very, very well.
And then people were asking, where's Shaq Barrett? He's right there. He's almost there. But check him out on the outside. I'll let you break it down more.
Right. Shaq is still playing at a very high level. I mean, he's one of the top guys in pressures, I believe, and he's still affecting the quarterback here. He just does a good job of, again, we see this move often. He runs that long arm move, gets, the tackle off his feet, almost forces a big turnover. Here again, Shaq, working the tight end, Jason Witten, in pass block. Yeah, he's just going to ride him back, affects the throw.
Going for a ride.
Yep. You see Derek Carr gets off his platform there, and it causes almost an interception.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been even better. Tip it up right to Jordan Whitehead back there. I would have taken that. What is Shaq doing again? He's coming in on the outside. But check also William Golson with a nice little move inside against the guard. And the pressure is getting there little by little. It's not as much as when we had Vita Vea, but still, we are generating pressure. And I like to see it over early and often. What'd you like?
Definitely, yeah. William Golson's a guy that's got to step up, and he does a good job there, beating his man inside, causing the pressure. But, yeah, Shaq is still playing very well. Again, he's on a tight end here. He's usually going to win that. Does a good job of ripping and dipping, and almost a sack there. Good job by everyone.
Now, run game. We got to give those big boys credit. Nacho doing his best. Look at that, pushing the pocket back. Not the pocket, the actual offensive lineman back in the running zone. nowhere to go. I mean, where else can you go? Nacho runs into him. Who's this? Shaq Barrett crashing down in. I mean, it's kind of hard to run against us. Let's just be honest.
Number one defense against the run. This is why. I mean, gap control, and you have fast linebackers that can just erase things. You see Steve McClendon there. He had a big game, 5 tackles on the day, 25 snaps. So you're definitely going to see his playing time increase because he can do things like this, just control the middle. I mean, you're not going anywhere there.
I mean, everyone's in the right gap. Again, gap sound. And you saw this in our game film study of Steve McClendon. If you didn't, go check that out. I'll link it up below, up top. But check his eyes, holding up his man, in control the whole time. Oh, running back going to my hole. I'll disengage. I'll get him. Just really nice veteran move. What'd you like?
Yeah, exactly. It's in the film study, and this is what Steve does very well. I mean, he just knows how to play the position. He's really good at it. He just knows how to hold these guys up and make sure he's in the right spot. Here again, just controlling that gap, allowing Levante and others come in and help and make the play.
It's just gap sound, smart football. Let's continue it. Stay one of the top defenses in the league. Now let's talk about some of the bad. What did they do wrong? What did they do right? So Devin White dropping back into coverage. I don't know how far he's going back. I don't know why they asked him to do this. I don't know if he's supposed to turn around at some point. He's dropping back with Ruggs. Looks like he's going to go run a 40-yard dash with him. Don't get it. Open zone, middle of the field. That's usually our weakness. The zones behind the linebackers. And what did you see, Plus?
Right. Yeah. I mean, you said it. I think Devin's got to get more turned around. He needs to drop back like he's, get more in his back pedal there and just stay in that zone because really there's no reason to chase Henry Ruggs there. Like you got your safeties, let them take care of Ruggs, especially when you get to a certain spot. So he's got to be able to turn around and really pretty much stop at the 45-yard line there. So he's in the way of the path of that, the over route to Nelson Aguilar.
And check out this one. This is their touchdown. To me, I'm thinking Antoine Winfield needs to be further back in his spot. Again, the Bucs defense likes to run a lot of misreading. Like you don't know who's coming at you. Earlier, Winfield was up top. He drops back to give an illusion he's coming in. It just looks like he doesn't get back far enough and leaves Levante David out to dry, covering a way faster. Forgot his first name, but Nelson Aguilar. There it is. Like just Nelson Aguilar. But just that linebacker against wide receiver. It's going to be a win for the wide receiver, especially when you throw to space. But what did you see?
Right. Yeah, you said it. I mean, he just didn't get far back enough. It looks like Winfield needs to get more centered within the hash marks there and get more deeper and be in the end zone there to make a play. But that's just good play design, really, by Oakland. They do a good job of like really spreading out our defense there, and that's an easy passing catch for the offense.
And also notice, SMB's here coming in on the pressure, almost gets there. If it's this guy's delayed at all, SMB gets a sack. I mean, it's a forced throw, but it's a really great read and good execution on the play. So give the Raiders some credit here, guys. We keep moving on. So this is probably the best Ram play by the Raiders all game. Disgusting. I mean, this little stick, natural pick to Henry Ruggs, and then Devin White finishing. But I'll let you talk about it a little bit more.
Can't draw it up better than that. This is like you said, perfect play design. They're going to run just a nice natural pick here with a tight end and just a nice whip route. And it's hard for SMB to really stay on Henry Ruggs. I mean, he's got to defend that that crossing route. So he's got to make sure he doesn't let Ruggs just go all the way across by himself. So he's overcommitting a little bit here.
Well, but that's even pushing him too, though. Check that out.
Right. So he's getting off. He's getting off his block there, getting off his space, and then just it's a really great play. And then the hustle by Devin White, you gotta love that.
Boom. So. We keep going on. Again, this play, Dean just gets beat. I mean, I love his recovery speed and ability to get there and make it look like he was right there, but check the bottom of your screen. Dean, I mean, Nelson just had one hell of a day. Nelson Aguilar just had one hell of a day. Probably almost career day, but nasty move off the snap. Good release. What'd you see?
Yeah, Nelson's just winning there. That's a great route. He really sells that, and yeah, Dean just gets crossed up. Good job to recover though, and not let him get into the end zone. But yeah, just really good play by Nelson, and he was on fire pretty much the whole day. He was their big time playmaker.
Well, I'll let you break down this one because everyone was so pissed off about this one.
Right. I
Scoring.
mean, you look at it here. If you pause it, we're in goal line. They're in goal line formation. Bucks defense is in their goal line front. They're expecting a run to Josh Jacobs here up the gut or something. So what does the Raiders do? They put 87 here in motion, and then they're going to motion out 83, which is Waller. So somebody's got to cover Waller, right? So it's just identifying matchups and getting the matchups that you want. Jon Gruden does this very well, and that's tough to beat. Like you can't beat that play because it's a perfect pass, a perfect route, and you have the defense where you want them. So it's a really good job by Gruden really scheming it up here, coming out in a run formation. And what do I say? You always pass out of run formations, and that's what they did.
And it's just finding the mismatch you want. I mean, that's what the offense is supposed to do to us, too. So people were getting mad that David's on Waller. Who'd you want on him? The only other guy on that side of the field is Antoine Winfield. Well, 5'9", 200 on 6'6", 250. I mean, Levante does a hell of a job, too. I mean, he doesn't get fooled and fall back into a fade or anything. Stands his ground, sees it's going inside, just whips around, gets his hand right there, but it's a perfect pass. You can't defend a perfect pass, perfect executed play. And Gruden drew it up perfectly, and they ran it to success. I mean, you can't get mad at every play. I would get almost mad at Dean prior instead of this. So, I mean, otherwise, guys, the defense did very, very well. I mean, be happy about what your defense did. Still only 20 points, and this defense is riding. And let's keep it going, though, guys. If you haven't yet, subscribe down below. Hit that like button. With that said, until the next one.